African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 1st of August, 2024. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Units of the North Group of troops defeated the personnel and equipment of the 42nd Mechanized, 92nd Assault Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 112th and 127th Terrorist Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Zaporozhye, Sumy region, Lipsy, Staritsa, and Volchansk, Kharkov region. 2 counterattacks by assault groups of the 57th Motorized Infantry Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the 36th Marine Brigade were repelled. The Ukrainian Armed Forces losses amounted to up to 280 military personnel, 2 vehicles, a US-made 155mm M777 howitzer and a 122mm D30 howitzer. Units of the West Group of troops improved the situation along the front line, defeated the formations of the 14th, 63rd, 115th, 116th Mechanized, 3rd Assault Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, 107th Military Defense Brigade and Nationalists of the 12th Azov Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Kupiansk, Sinkovka of the Kharkov region, Nadia, Makivka, Krasny Lyman, and Serebryansky Forestry. During the day, 2 counterattacks by assault groups of the 117th Terrestrial Defense Brigade were repelled. The enemy lost up to 535 military personnel, a tank, a US-made HMMWV armored fighting vehicle, and 6 vehicles. During the counter-battery fight, the following were hit: a Grad multiple launch rocket system combat vehicle, a 155mm M198 howitzer US-made, a 152mm Sumy howitzer, a 122mm D30 howitzer, and a 105mm L119 gun. In addition, the Khortytsa M and Bukovely electronic warfare stations, as well as 2 field ammunition depots, were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions, defeated manpower and equipment of the 23rd, 24th, 28th, 33rd Mechanized, 144th Infantry, 79th Air Assault Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and the 116th Terrestrial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Novy, Chasov Yar, Anavka, Elizavetovka, Katarinivka, and Konstantinovka. They repelled a counterattack by units of the 5th Assault Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. The enemy lost up to 570 troops and 3 vehicles. During the counter-battery fight, the following were hit: a US-made M270 MLRS Universal Multiple Launch Rocket System Launcher, a US-made 155mm Paladin Self-Propelled Artillery Mount, 2 155mm US-made M777 howitzers, a 152mm Sumy howitzer, 3 152mm D20 guns, 3 122mm D30 howitzers, and a 105mm L119 gun. Also, 2 NOTA electronic warfare stations and 5 field ammunition depots were destroyed during the day. Units of the Center Group of troops improved the tactical situation, defeated the formations of the 31st, 32nd Mechanized, 1st Tank Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 109th and 111th Terrorist Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Toretsk, Novgorodskoye, Rozovka, Kalinovo, and Vozdvizenka of the Donetsk People's Republic. We repelled 10 counterattacks by assault groups of the 47th, 53rd, 100th, 110th, 151st Mechanized, 68th Jaeger, 25th Airborne, 95th Airborne Assault Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and the Assault Brigade Lyat of the National Police of Ukraine. Enemy losses amounted to up to 365 military personnel, 2 pickup trucks, and a 152mm Sumy howitzer. Units of the Vostok group of troops improved the situation along the front line, defeated the manpower and equipment of the 72nd Mechanized, 58th Motorized Infantry Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 116th Technical Defense Brigade, and the 21st National Guard Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Vodyanoy and Zolote Niva and Storozhivoy of the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy lost up to 125 military personnel, 7 vehicles, a 152mm D-20 gun, a 122mm D-30 howitzer, a British-made 105mm L-119 gun, and a Bukovel AD electronic warfare station. Units of the Dnieper group of troops defeated the formations of the 117th Mechanized, 128th Mountain Assault Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, 121st and 124th Terrestrial Defense Brigades in the areas of settlements Orkhov, Pyatikaki, Zaporozhye region, Osokorovka, Tokarevka, and Antonovka, Kherson region. The losses of the Ukrainian Armed Forces amounted to up to 90 military personnel, 5 vehicles, a US-made 155mm M777 howitzer, and a field ammunition depot. Operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of groupings of troops of the armed forces of the Russian Federation hit 3 launchers of the US-made Patriot anti-aircraft missile system, a UAV control center, railway trains with personnel and ammunition, accumulations of enemy manpower and military equipment in 147 districts. Air defense systems shot down during the day, a US-made Adams operational tactical missile, 14 US-made HIMARS missiles, and 61 unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 631 aircraft, 278 helicopters, 28,795 unmanned aerial vehicles, 559 anti-aircraft missile systems, 16,734 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,395 combat vehicles of multiple launch rocket systems, 12,666 field artillery guns and mortars, 24,250 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.